I'm going to make a really nice stew, and this stew is with octopus. Octopus is one of those things that you either cook really fast, so on a barbecue or a char grill, or cook it really, really slow. Anything in between makes it really, really tough. So we're going the opposite way here. We're going to cook it really, really slow, and actually goes really, really soft, almost like butter. So I'm going to add the basics of a stew here. So you want to give this about 10, even 15 minutes sometimes on a medium heat, and you want to constantly stir it. Now what I've got in my heavy base pot here are carrot and 1 onion, and I might add a little bit more olive oil. Now I've diced my onion, but I've grated my carrot. I want that carrot to really break down, almost dissolve in the sauce. So I'll also add a little bit of salt now, and that's just going to release some of the moisture there and also help it not to burn. So that goes in there. Along with the carrots and onions, some fennel. I'm taking the tops off. I'm going to keep that for decoration later. And this is a really small tender bulb here. So again, we want to slice this and then dice it into small cubes, just like we've done for the onion. Once I've finished dicing my fennel, I've also got 2 stalks of celery, and again I'm going to dice that and add that to the pot. So octopus has been prepped. What I've done is just taken the hood off and then cut the tentacles in half just to cook it a little bit faster. Now before I add the octopus, I'm also going to add 3 cloves, just sliced, of garlic to the pot. I'm adding this now because I don't want to add it at the beginning because it will burn a little bit. So just slice it now and they can go in to the pot. Now after an hour that garlic is going to become really soft and yummy. And I'll just get this mortar and pestle, and then I'm adding some coriander seeds. So I've just toasted them whole, and I'm just going to crack them open just a little bit, and automatically, the smell is so good. So that can now go straight into our base of vegetables there, along with 1 fresh bay leaf or dried bay leaf. And we'll mix that in. And now I'll add 2 sprigs of fresh oregano and a little hint of dried mint, just a small amount. And now I'm going to add the chopped octopus straight in there. Give that a mix. I'm not sealing it off at all. We just want to coat it in the vegetables there and just allow it to start to change colour. Once it's changed colour, I'm going to add some wine. So about 2.5 cups of red wine. Use a good quality red wine. Once the red wine's in, allow it to simmer away, bubble away, cook off the alcohol a little bit, and then I'll go on to the next stage. Now that wine is smelling absolutely perfect. It's been bubbling away for 2 minutes. Now I'm going to add a can of Aussie tomatoes, and this is great because it's already got the tomato paste in it, so it's already really rich, so don't need any tomato paste. And then we want to give that a mix in there. These tomatoes are going to give this stew a lovely sweetness, and just to accentuate that, I like to add just a small amount of brown sugar. So about half a tablespoon in there, that's all it needs. And also just a small amount of red wine vinegar to give it a twang. Season it with a little bit of salt, and as you can see, that's come to the boil there. There's enough liquid in there, and now the lid goes on. We're going to turn it down to a really gentle simmer, and this is going to cook for about 1 hour or until the octopus is really tender and that sauce is thickened up nicely. It smells delicious in here. You can see how rich and thick that sauce has become. This was full at the beginning, and now it's just become really soft. The characteristics of that octopus transforms completely. It goes delicate, it goes soft. It's a real pleasure to eat as opposed to a real chewy piece of octopus. So I've got a little bit of parsley here, and I'm going to finely chop it. This is just for the garnish. And remember, right at the beginning, I did say to keep the fronds. Now, the fronds of the fennel gives a great flavour and also looks really pretty. And now I'm going to add some olives. Now, these olives just need to warm up. It doesn't take long at all. You can halve them. I've just got whole Kalamata olives here. So just a few in there, and just fold them through. Perfect. Now, to serve this, I tried to find the most appropriate plate, of course, my octopus plate. It looks great. And I've got a little bit of bread here, so char-grilled bread. And I'm just going to bring this pot over here. We're going to grab this luscious stew, being very careful just to place it here on the top there. And that bread is going to soak up all that sauce. It's so thick. Big spoonful there. And then with our parsley, a little bit of parsley on the top there. And those fronds, the fennel fronds, just a few on top. I'm going to get into this straight away because I want to see the consistency of it. So delicious, so soft. Goes so well with that bread. It's a Mediterranean, Greek-inspired way to cook baby octopus.